Hi guys, I'm live real quick because it's December, it's the holiday season, and there's a lot of confusion going on. Especially for me, I'm used with very snowy Decembers and I no longer get that. So at times I forget that it's December. It happens. However, it's an interesting and very difficult time of the year for some of us because maybe you've worked on yourself throughout the year and then the holiday season comes and suddenly your boundaries are out the window and you feel guilty and you might be beating yourself up over it. Maybe it's because this year you promised yourself some healthy boundaries and you didn't keep your promise. Maybe you have some healthy boundaries already, and if you do, please share it in the comments. And, let us all benefit from that knowledge because it's very difficult to have boundaries when it's about family, and especially when it involves certain family members. And if you step back a bit and look at your family dynamic, you will realize that it's not a linear equation, but you think of it in terms of hierarchy. Therefore, some people are above you and they're more important, and what they believe matters and their happiness matters, and you tend to put them above yourself and above your needs. And at times that doesn't get you that grateful feeling and that joy and that connection that you are after. It makes you feel more disconnected, more worried, more resentful. And we don't really like that because we're constantly bombarded with this idea that we have to be happy and we have to feel grateful and connected. And you should be very happy and grateful for all the things that you have and so on and so forth. But we do not always get this, even though we put our best performance on and we're staying productive, we're caring, and yet we're carrying all the burden and all the work on our shoulders all by ourselves. And no wonder we're exhausted, and no wonder we are regretful and resentful, because it shouldn't be like that. A holiday season should not be the season where people are more important than you, or you should not see your family as a hierarchy of needs where everybody else is above you. Rather, you should see it as a linear thing. Everybody is just as important as everybody else. And if you change your view and if you look at it from a different angle, you will get to enjoy the holidays and to see things from a different perspective, because the pleasure is not in achieving or in doing more. It's not in constantly grinding and pushing through. That's not that's not connection shouldn't be a luxury. It shouldn't be something you have to bend over backwards for. Joy shouldn't be a reward for you overperforming or going above and beyond your own needs for other people. The last thing we need in December is another list with resolutions and promises for the next year. I really think we need to step back and realize that what a family is not a hierarchy of needs, but it's a place where you are safe and you are just as important as everybody else in the circle, and your needs need to be validated and they do matter. So pleasure is not achieved by doing more and by sacrificing your own needs and your own joy for the sake of others. What we need is to finally deconstruct the hierarchy and start from the same level. We are all equally important. I really hope this helps. If you have any wonderful tips or great boundaries that you've set up during the holiday season, put them in the comments. If you feel that you are carrying a lot of burden and you're alone and you want someone to listen and speak to and just feel that you're in a space environment where you can finally, unload what's on your mind, let's connect.